For history, I'm going to briefly go over the lesson um, from last Thursday because I didn't make videos during that week. And then just get you started and kind of give you a heads up of how to complete the packet for the rest of the few days there for history. So, right, we are doing chapter 1, section 1, which is the early Americas. So in your packet, you're going to see pages 4 through 10. This was for last Thursday. And there's some vocabulary words here. Glacier, settlement, surplus, causeway, Hipu, and terrace, right? And so these have to do with some of the ways that the different civilizations grew. Social class, academic vocabulary, just vocabulary that will show up in other subjects as well. So you have geologist, social class, barter, ritual, domain, litter, and confederacy. And just to prove to you that your teachers are learning with you, this right here, this litter, it's a covered couch resting on poles used to carry a passenger. I had never heard of that before. I had no idea what that was. It was a brand new word. I mean, I've heard of the word litter, but not in this context. So I even looked it up to see what it looked like. So looked like a cool way for people to carry you around while you're sitting on a couch. So anyway, the first Americas are, in this chapter, we're going to talk about some of the ways that historians feel like people first came to the Americas, and there's some different theories on that. You can read about those in there. And then some of those early civilizations, starting with the Olmecs in Central America and Mexico area, and then the Mayans and the Aztecs and the Incas. And then, so that's kind of Central America, the Incas in South America, and then they're going to spend a little bit more time in the North American native cultures that developed. All right, so just an example, right? So for, this is the second page, number 2, says draw conclusions. How did farming improve the lives of ancient peoples who first practiced it? Use details from the text in your answer. So you can see right here, it says page 6. So basically, one thing that, one example was once people started farming, they could start permanent settlements. And the detail from the text that I found was that farmers no longer had to keep moving to find food. And so you're going to find one more example in there. I mean, some of these are just, questions, so you can ask me for help if you need those. But some of the charts, I just thought maybe it would help a little bit to give you a little bit more guidance. So page 6 talks about the Olmecs, and the chart was features of civilization, and then examples from the Olmec civilization. So there's more than 3 features of civilization. There's quite a few, but these are the 3 that I picked. You could have picked different ones, and that would have been fine. But complex religion, the example is they built stone temples. Method of record keeping, they developed a calendar by studying the stars. And an economy, which is kind of the way that societies go about money and trade. And the farmers had surplus crops to supply nearby cities, which I'm sure they traded for other goods. Right, and so go ahead and answer those questions on this chart right here, comparing the Aztecs with the Mayan. Right, so in the middle, you're going to put the things that are similar. So, right, this would be things that are similar, and then the things that are different or specific to those 2 cultures. So 2 ways that I noticed in the text that they said they were similar is they're both from Central America and Mexico area. That's where those cultures and civilizations began, and that they had a very organized social class. So both civilizations had like priests and nobles and warriors, etc. And they talked quite a bit about that. So you can find out some more, at least one more similarity, and then write down 3 unique traits for those 2 different civilizations.